Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Rajesh ji, very good evening. Pallavi, am I audible?
Good evening, sir. Yeah, sir.
Okay, okay.
A very good evening to one and all present over here. This is Pallavi Minhas, and I'm representing Global Exposure India, a Delhi based organization wherein we provide training programs for various English proficiency exams like CELPIP, TOEFL, IELTS, and many others too. So, in today's webinar, we are going to talk about a well known and rapidly growing exam nowadays, which is known as CELPIP, and which is particularly for Canada. For further information, I would request my colleague, Mr. Ajay Kumar Katuria, to take the webinar up. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Pallavi, and good evening to all. Now, today webinar is going to give you a lot of information regarding this new, relatively new exam. And this exam is an alternate to your IELTS exam. So if you are keen to go to Canada, really this exam is going to help you a lot, because this exam is having a lot of features which makes this exam a easy one. So we will wait another 1 minute to join the others also, and then we will start. I'm just getting my video off just to concentrate on your slide. So let's begin the webinar. Now, CELPIP, the full form of this CELPIP exam is better known as Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program. So this is the full form of CELPIP. As the name suggests, it is a Canadian exam and it is meant for Canada only. So this is a specific exam developed by the Government of Canada for the immigration purposes, or even you can utilize the CELPIP for your study purpose also. Like in IELTS, you are having two exams. One is general, another is academic. Now, IELTS general is for study purpose, and IELTS academic is for, IELTS academic is for study purpose, and IELTS general is your for PR purposes. But this exam, you have to, there is only one exam, and you can utilize the CELPIP score in both the categories. Now, moving further to the PR process, you better know the entire PR or immigration process is a point-based system. So these are the 4 parameters under which you get your points. These 4 parameters are your education qualification, your work experience, your age factor, and fourth one is your English proficiency. Now, this English proficiency score, you can either contribute through IELTS exam or you can contribute through the CELPIP exam. Now, the first parameter, which is your education qualification.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but PPT is not moving. It is stuck to the first slide only.
Let me unshare and reshare, then you will be able to see.
Sure.
Can you see and it is moving
yes,
also?
Yes, it's better.
Okay. So I was just talking about the 4 parameters by which you get your PR. So these parameters are your education qualification, your work experience, your age factor, and your English proficiency. Now, English proficiency, which is carrying the highest weightage in this process in terms of your points, that is 160 point. And this 160 point, either you can contribute through your IELTS exam or you can contribute through the CELPIP exam. Now, the first parameter, which is your education qualification, you have to have the minimum bachelor degree with you, and that category is carrying the 150 point. Second category, which is work experience, you have to have the 1 year experience, and that category is carrying the 50 point. Now, this 1 year experience you have to have after your graduation. So any work experience prior to graduation with the graduation is not counted. Now, moving further to the age factor, you have to have the minimum 17 years of age, and as such, there is no maximum age limit, but somehow up to 45, you receive a point for your age factor out of this 110 point. So, combined point of all these 4 parameters put together became your CRS score. You might have heard, those who are really interested for Canadian PR, they better know this terminology, which is called as the comprehensive rating score, which is a combined point as far as your profile is concerned, and that give you the selection. Now, you can better realize these 3 factors are constant at given moment of time when you are just really put up your file for the process. You cannot change these parameter because these are the constant one at the time of apply. But better you can put an extra effort and you can change your English proficiency score, and which is carrying the highest point in this point calculation. And not only this point, affect the, like getting the higher English proficiency score affect this point getting out of 160, but it also reflect the effect on these three parameter also. I will explain you in detail, and you will that realize that English proficiency is the only deciding factor in this entire PR procedure. And that way helps, that CELPIP help you a lot. Now, the CELPIP exam, which is the alternate to your IELTS exam, and it is a substitute to IELTS General and IELTS Academic both, it happened to be out of 12. Like all the four module, reading, writing, listening, speaking, happened to in this exam, but the highest mark is out of 12, where we better know IELTS happened to be out of 9. Now, there is a one score that is called as the CLB 9. That is called as the Canadian Language Benchmark 9. Now, this is a score which is a landmark score. It is a decisive score in this PR procedure. Once you get the CLB 9, it is almost 100% that you will be getting your PR. I will explain how it is possible and why this score is so much important in this PR procedure. Now, before moving that, we must understand what exactly the CLB 9 score is. I told you the in CELPIP it happened to be out of 12. Once you get the all four module 9 band out of 12, and your score is called as the CLB 9. There is a possibility of getting a CLB 10 also once you achieve the 10 band in all the four module out of 12. Likewise, you can have the CLB 11 also, CLB 12 also, but we will not be discussing CLB 10, 11 and 12, which is not required and which is not easy to score. Now, CLB 9 is the main cause of concern in this PR procedure, and we must understand the what exactly the requirement to get this CLB 9. Hopefully, you get the what exactly the requirement for CELPIP. Now, in terms of IELTS, you have to achieve the 8777 band. You might have heard कि CLB 8777 band लेके आओ आपका PR हो जाएगा. So 8777 band is nothing but it is a CLB 9 score in terms of your IELTS score. You have to achieve the 8 band in your listening module out of 9, and rest 3 you have to achieve the 7 band out of 9, which is not so easy at all. Because you can really see getting a 9 band out of 12 seems to be an easy one, because you are having the 3-point difference. But here you are only having the 1-point difference in listening, otherwise 2-point difference in these 3 modules. Moreover, if you have not achieved the 8 band in listening module, somehow achieved in another 3 module, instead of listening module, your score will not be called as the CLB 9. You only require to achieve the 8 band in listening module only. Somehow in CELPIP, you need not to achieve an extra band. There is a uniform requirement of getting a 9 band in all the 4 modules. Now, understanding the CLB 9 requirement, where and how this CLB 9 help you in getting the entire procedure. I already told it is entirely a point-based system. Higher the CRS score, better would be the chances of getting it selected in the process. You might be knowing when you are applying for the Canadian PR, your file remain for good 1 year into the process. And Government of Canada used to declare a list every month. Every month, more than 5,000 candidates get selected in the process based on their CRS score. And if you have not achieved if you have not got your selection in first month, you can have the better chance in second month, third month, and fourth month. So at least you have the 12 chances in this entire PR procedure to get selected. Now, CLB 7 is the minimum requirement to apply as per English proficiency score. Now, what exactly the CLB 7 is? Simply, if you are going for the CELPIP exam, you have to achieve only 7 band in all the 4 modules out of 12, then your score will be called as the CLB 7. Otherwise, in terms of a IELTS exam, you simply achieve a 6 band out of 9. That way, your score will be called as the CLB 7, and you are eligible to apply for the PR. Somehow, selection is not guaranteed with this CLB 7 or CLB 8, but it is almost 100% that you would be getting PR with CLB 9. I will explain you the advantage with the CLB 9 and why this is called as the miraculous score or it is a landmark score in this PR procedure. Let me explain you the advantage one by one. Now, this is the advantage in your English proficiency score. These are the point system when you are the merit person and your spouse is also appearing in the exam. Otherwise, this is the point system when you are the unmarried one and you are having the point, these points for the English proficiency. I told you CLB 7 is the minimum requirement. You will get this point 64 or 68 being a married person or being an unmarried person. But if you get the CLB 8, your score will be having 24-point jump and moving from 64 to 88 being a married person. Otherwise, 68 to 92. In both the category, you are having the 24-point advantage in your CRC score. Now, our target is CLB 9. Now, with CLB 9, you further will be achieving a 28-point jump in your CRC score, and your score will jump from 88 to 116 in this category. Otherwise, from 92 to 124, having the 32-point jump if you are unmarried person. Hopefully, you understanding the advantage with moving from CLB 8 to 7 to 8 and 8 to 9. So our target is CLB 9. With this CLB 9, getting an advantage of 24 plus 28, making you 52-point increment in your CRC score. Otherwise, unmarried person, you get a 24 plus 32, that make a 56-point jump in your CRC score. So this is the first advantage that CLB 9 contributed in your CRS score. This is not only advantage, there are a further advantage associated to this CLB 9, and it belongs to like you're having your additional qualification beyond your graduation, or otherwise having experience 3 or more years, which normally everybody have, those who are interested for PR. Now, the second and third advantage is that once you are having CLB 9 score with you and having PG, diploma, master degree, or PhD, any qualification which is beyond graduation, that is called as the additional qualification, and in combination with CLB 9, you further get a 50-point increment in your CRS score. Otherwise, if you are having the additional qualification but not having the CLB 9, having the CLB or 7 or 8, that way you will be getting the 25-point jump. Similarly, the other advantage which goes with a 3 or more year of work experience, with combination of CLB 9, you get a 50-point increment. Otherwise, with 7 or 8, a jump of 25 points. In both the category, double of the jump by having the CLB 9 only for same qualification, so same work experience. Here is the CLB 9 playing its role. Nobody can beat you. Nobody can beat you. The advantage you receive with CLB 9, that is 152 in case of you are married person, and otherwise 156 if you are the unmarried person. Hopefully you understanding this advantage. 52 point for your English proficiency, 50 point for your additional qualification, 50 point for your 3 or more year of work experience, making a 152-point increment. Otherwise, being unmarried, it became a 156. Now, therefore, by achieving the CLB 9, it is almost done that you will be receiving your PR. It is a matter of a time of a 1 month or 2 months. Otherwise, definitely, because let me take you the otherwise. This slide. I told you the CLB 7 is the minimum requirement to apply, and now CLB 8 and 9 are the score of other candidates. We are not talking CLB 10, 11 and 12 because these are not easy to achieve score. 99% candidates are falling in this range only. Hardly 1% achieve the 10, 11 and 12, which we are not discussing at all. Now, all 99%, those who are having competition with you, you are having your place at the top of the table. Easily can assess that nobody will be ahead of you, and then you will be at the top of the table with lot of advantage in your category of having additional qualification or having 3 or more years of experience. Now the next question comes, where this CELPIP exam will help us by achieving the CLB 9. Now here is the, like before moving in that direction, let me give you the brief introduction about the format of this exam. I told you all the 4 model is there. Now the listening is having the 6 part, and every part is carrying these number of questions, making a 38 question in your CELPIP exam listening model. We better know IELTS is having 40 question in listening model. Whether it is a pen paper based exam, whether it is a computer based IELTS exam, both the exams are having 40 question against the 38 of CELPIP. Speaking is having the 8 tasks, and every task is having 1 question only. That way you are having only 8 question in speaking in CELPIP. Against IELTS is having up to 20 question in your speaking. Reading is having the 4 part, and these are the number of question in every part. Again, making a 38 question in your reading. Against the IELTS is having same 40 question. Writing carrying the 2 tasks, task 1 and task 2. And task 1 is your email writing, and task 2 is your essay writing based on the survey question. This is the broad format of this exam. I will take you the one by one module wise advantage in this CELPIP exam against your IELTS exam. Here it is. We are discussing the advantage in listening model. Now we better know IELTS happened to be a pen paper based exam, and it happened to be a computer based exam also. But CELPIP is only a computer based exam. It is a no pen paper based exam. It is having only a computer based exam. Now more than 90% still give the pen paper based IELTS exam. And that pen paper based exam is a group exam. You better know, those who are already attempted the IELTS exam, they better know it is a group exam. You are appearing an exam in a big hall where 400, 500 students are appearing with you, and you are having the one common resources to attempt the exam. Like you are having only one common display screen. You are having the one common public addressing system by which you get the instruction and question, all these things. And you are having your like seat in front row or at the last of the big hall. Having advantage or disadvantage, you have to appear in that group exam in case of your IELTS exam. CELPIP is not group exam at all. They provide you the dedicated cabin to each and every candidate with headphone, with mic, and dedicated laptop or computer. No sharing of resources, and you are not having any disadvantage of your sitting arrangement or not having any disadvantage of noise and disturbance by the other candidate. British and American spoken English happen to be the medium for your IELTS exam. When I am talking about this comparison, I am talking about taking the both pen paper and computer based exam. Whereas CELPIP happen to be with Canadian spoken English, which is easy to understand. Otherwise, this question difference is there. IELTS is having 40 question, and again the CELPIP is having the 38 question. That is not matter two question different, but difference is here. Those who have given the IELTS exam, they better know IELTS give you only 30-minute time to attempt the 40 question, given question. Again, I am repeating, I am giving the comparison in both the module, like pen paper and computer based exam. Both the exams are having 40 questions, they are giving only 30-minute time to attempt it. CELPIP give you a good 55-minute time for 38 question. Here you are not having even a single minute for the per question. Here you are having almost 1.5 minutes per question. Now our target is to achieve the CLB 9. If we want to get the PR, we have to be there with CLB 9 score. Now, what actually the requirement in your IELTS exam? I already told you 8777 band is the requirement out of 9. Otherwise, all 9 model out of 12 is the requirement for your CELPIP. So in listening model, you have to achieve this 8 band. I already given the explanation in early part that you have to achieve the 8 band in listening only. Now achieving an 8 band out of 9 is a 90% score. Otherwise, CELPIP give you 9 out of 12, which is 75%. See, 15% extra you have to achieve in your IELTS exams to be there on same level of score, that is CLB 9. Now, to get the 8 out of 9 in your IELTS exam, you have to have the 37 right answer out of 40 given question. On the other hand, CELPIP says I need only 33 right answer out of 38 to achieve the 9 out of 12. Here you can make only 3 questions wrong. Here the IELTS CELPIP give you flexibility to make the 5 questions wrong. Hopefully you are understanding the difference given by the CELPIP exam in your listening module. Let me take you to the other 3 module of having advantage or not. Now we are coming into the writing module. Writing module, IELTS exam, we better know there are 2 tasks and task 1 and task 2. It happened to same in the CELPIP also, but in IELTS you have to write a letter in task 1. Here you have to write an email, which is our daily task. Now task 2 in IELTS you have to write an essay, otherwise CELPIP says you have to write a passage. Again, I will tell you, those who have given the exam, they will better know that in your writing module in IELTS, you have to have that 150 word in task 1 and you have to have that 250 word minimum in task 2, making together a 400 words. Like somebody is leaving the message in chat box, I am not able to read it. Need not to worry. We will open the forum for your taking the question and queries. So need not to worry, and we will be having your all queries solved at the end of the webinar. So put together, IELTS expect you a minimum 400 word in your IELTS exam. Otherwise, CELPIP says I need a 150 word in task 1 and 2, both put together a 300 word requirement. Now, as far as time is given by both the exams, the time is same. Tentative 55-minute time given by both the exams for completing the writing task, and but 100 extra word requirement in your IELTS exam. 25% extra word you have to write in your IELTS exam, and I told you 90% give the pen paper based IELTS exam only. Now to meet out the minimum word requirement, you have to count the word manually because you are writing the pen paper based exam. Here the computer takes care of. Need not to worry to meeting out this minimum word requirement. Once you are typing any word, the computer will be counting and displaying on the top of the table. So you will not be having worried about the number of word requirement meeting out. Now, moreover, if you are appearing the pen paper, your bad handwriting play a major role. Because in writing, you cannot improve this factor overnight because it is a phenomena where you cannot improve much, and once you are having not having the good handwriting, that makes you a prominent candidate, a misunderstanding of your spelling mistakes and all these things, and which is totally eliminated in your computer based exam. You are not writing, you are just simply typing to the computer. Now other biggest advantage, you will surprise to just listen. CELPIP is providing a spell checker in writing. Now, nobody can expect you an exam of world class, and in writing, where you are doing a lot of writing, you will not be making any spelling mistakes because of this feature. Otherwise, in both the exams, like pen paper and computer-based exam, IELTS is not having this feature. And every spelling mistake is get counted in writing to award you the score. Totally eliminated in this CELPIP exam. You will not be making any spelling mistake, therefore will not be having any negative marking. Otherwise, in task 1 and task 2, please mute yourself, Abdul. Now, I told you 55-minute time given by the CELPIP or IELTS same. Task 1 give you the 56 minute, otherwise task 2 give the 57 minute. Now, you have somebody might say, I don't have typing speed. It is not required at all. Because writing a 300 word in a 50.
Sir, I have one doubt. CELP exam is also computer based or paper based?
It is not a pen paper based, it is only and only computer based. Okay. So somebody might have, I don't have typing speed, but it is not required at all. Writing a 300 word give you good 55-minute time, and that give you only a speed of a 5 word per minute, which is very nominal. Like I am going to Canada. These are the 5 words. How much time you will take? hardly 10 seconds, 15 seconds. They give you the full 1 minute. In fact, you have the so like you don't have any constant as far as your typing speed is concerned. Now we are moving to the third part, that is the reading part. Here also you are having the advantage in your CELPIP exam. 40 question against the 38 of CELPIP. We need a CLB 9 score. For CLB 9, we have to have the 34 right answer out of 40 given question to achieve the 7 out of 9, which is the requirement for CLB 9. Here you need only 31 to be right out of 38. So that way, here it is also a 3 extra percent you have to achieve, because 7 out of 9 is a 78%, 9 out of 12 is a 75%. So in every step you have the added advantage in this year's CELPIP exam. Moreover, like in your reading, all the 38 question are fill in the blanks only. No other question, then fill in the blanks in your CELPIP exam. Otherwise, IELTS is having the multiple other type of question. True, false, matching. And those who have given already exam, they better know the pattern of this reading in your IELTS exam. Now I am taking to the last part of this comparison, that is the speaking one. After that, I will open the forum just to take up your question, or otherwise, if you are not having that, we will move forward to just know the other feature of this exam. Now speaking, I told you in your IELTS exam, you have to go in separate day, separate exam center. Whether you are appearing the pen paper based IELTS exam or whether you are appearing in a computer based exam. Both the exams in your IELTS, you have to go on separate day, separate exam center, which is not there in your CELPIP exam. It happened to be in one go. All the 4 module happens in 3 hours, and you need not to go on another day and another exam center. Now, in this IELTS exam, whether it is a computer, whether it is a pen paper, you have to appear the speaking physically in front of an examiner. Otherwise, here you are just attempting your speaking on the computer itself. Lot of psychological fear factor. Once you are appearing an exam in front of an expert, those who are just having the all they are just looking your confidence, your way of delivery of answer, your dressing sense, all get noticed by the examiner, which is not there any psychological fear factor, because you better know you are just recording your answer to the computer. That's all. Nobody is watching you. Otherwise, I told you 8 questions are there in your speaking in CELPIP, whereas IELTS is having up to 20 questions in your speaking exam, and every question you have to speak 1 minute only, not more than one. Whereas you better know in some question IELTS you have to speak continuously for 3 minutes. Speaking continuously is a tough task. If you don't have content, if you stop before the 3 minutes, you are going to get the negative marking. Now, for these 20 questions, I'll give you only 11 to 14 minutes of time. Otherwise, CELPIP for 8 questions give you 15 to 20 minute time. And this is the last difference, like having the 3 extra percent to be achieved in your this speaking module test 2 in your IELTS exam. Otherwise, you have to have the 75% over here, otherwise the 78%. Hopefully, I am able to explain you all the benefit in all these 4 modules, sorry. And now I am opening the forum just to have your question, and then we will move forward.
Yeah, hi. This is Venkata.
Yes.
Just I saw in the previous slides, if a spouse also appeared, the points are less in this.
Yes.
Is it true?
Yes. Because
Uh-huh.
let me explain you. Like once you are appearing along with your spouse, one those who are having the strong profile became a main applicant. Otherwise, the second one it became a supplementary candidate. So these are the point for main applicant achieving for CLB 9. Now, if your spouse is also appearing in this exam, so you will be getting the added bonus point for your spouse once he or she is appearing along with you. So that way, slightly point are less. These are the point independent for you only. Otherwise, as per the achievement of your spouse, you will be getting the added bonus for your spouse also. Hopefully, I have able to give you the answer for your question.
No, I'm a bit confused here. Understand? Is it good to appear with a spouse or without spouse?
Yes, yes, it is good to appear because यहाँ पर आपको देखो difference कितना है, सिर्फ 4 point का
हाँ.
है ना? Here you are also there only 4 point different. Here also
Yes.
you have the only like 8 point different. But
Yes.
in comparison to this 4 point different, you get at least 30 point bonus point once your spouse is also appearing.
Okay, that means it's good. If we appear,
Yes,
both appear, then
yes,
it will be good.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
And
Like
how the weightage will be? Is it equivalent to IELTS or how they consider?
once you are achieving the CLB 7, 8, or 9, your point system remain the same rest of the calculation process, and it is a only way to score this score either through IELTS or through CELPIP.
Okay.
Once you achieve this level, and then rest calculation would be the same.
Okay. That means if it is CLB 8 here, it is equivalent to IELTS 8, band 8 in IELTS.
Not really, because देखो यहाँ पर आपको CLB 7 में आपको 7 बैंड आपको आउट ऑफ 12 लेके आना होता था, बट वहाँ पर आपको 6 आउट ऑफ 9 लेके आना है आइल्स में. और CLB 9 के लिए यहाँ पर आपको चारों में 9 बैंड चाहिए आउट ऑफ 12 फॉर योर CELPIP. अदरवाइज in IELTS you have to achieve the 8,777 band.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the, like, CLB is nothing but it is a platform to just equivalent the CELPIP exam with IELTS exam.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now one more question I have.
Go.
Because of my age factor, because I'm 43 years age old.
Okay.
And if my education qualification and experience, and if I get 7 in IELTS, it is reaching 67 points. So if I go for CELPIP, how much we need to get?
First of
for the
all,
same?
you are calculating your point on the old point system basis, which is
Oh.
which is out of 100. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Which is not there now. There are a, like a new point system where you are getting the point out of 600. Now, let me take you your example. Like as per your age factor, like up to 45, you receive some point out of 110. Okay. Like I am just taking you to the worst case. If you are not having any score for this 110, like if you are beyond your 45 and you will not be having any point for your age factor, which is 110. This is the worst case. Okay.
Yeah.
So this 110 point deficiency, you can easily meet out having your score with CLB 9, because this much added point will be just compensating all the losses you are bearing for your age point. Is it clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay.
And then here also, if see for the married person, the points are less.
Obviously, देखिए क्या ये 2 पॉइंट तो आपके सेम है ना, ये वर्क एक्सपीरियंस और एज फैक्टर, ये क्या नाम है, एडिशनल क्वालिफिकेशन के पॉइंट सेम है. आपको जो डिफरेंस आ रहा है 4 पॉइंट का, वो 4 पॉइंट का डिफरेंस इसकी वजह से है जो आपको प्रीवियस यहाँ पर मिल रहे हैं. दीज आर द 4 पॉइंट डिफरेंस. यहाँ पर आपको 52 पॉइंट का एडवांटेज मिलता है CLB 9 के साथ, या 56 का एडवांटेज मिलता है. तो ये 4 पॉइंट का डिफरेंस है जो आपको वहां पर भी दिख रहा है.
Okay. And then one more thing here also, the weightage will be there for the spouse test as well.
देखिए क्या होता है कि आप ये प्रोसेस को समझिए. आप एक इंडिपेंडेंट प्रोफाइल है और आपकी वाइफ की इंडिपेंडेंट प्रोफाइल है. जो मैंने आपको पॉइंट सिस्टम बताया, दीज आर द पॉइंट सिस्टम फॉर बीइंग ए इंडिविजुअल कैंडिडेट. नाउ once your wife is also appearing, then you will be having the added bonus point for your points, and it would be contributed to your CRS score. उनका कैलकुलेशन
Okay.
करने का थोड़ा सा तरीका दूसरा ही अलग है, but you will be having the at least 30-point bonus point with you for your spouse
Okay, that is in the CRS score.
in CRS score.
Okay.
Clear? Is it clear?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So somebody is having any question, please go ahead, because we are having the further
Hello,
slide.
sir. This is Pavitra.
Okay.
So, what is the minimum score required for spouse, sir, for PR application?
स्पाउस का जो भी स्कोर होगा, बट CLB 9 का मैंडेटरी रिक्वायरमेंट जो है वो मेन एप्लीकेंट के लिए, लाइक the main applicant should have the CLB 9 score. Otherwise, the spouse can have the CLB 7 also, CLB 8 also, or maybe CLB 9. So whatever the score the spouse is having, accordingly, the bonus point will be contributed to the main.
Yeah, sir. But in IELTS, only 4 is required. That's why I'm asking, sir.
Exactly. मैंने बताया ना आपको, CLB 7 का रिक्वायरमेंट जो मिनिमम है वो मेन एप्लीकेंट के लिए है, और जो स्पाउस का है वो जो भी पॉइंट लेके आएंगे, मे बी CLB 6, BLB 5, में CLB 4, तो जो भी पॉइंट होगा उसके हिसाब से एक कैलकुलेशन का प्रोसेस है, उसी हिसाब से एडिशनल पॉइंट मेन एप्लीकेंट को मिल जाएंगे.
ओके, थैंक यू सर.
ठीक है ना, मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट का जो है वो फुलफिल मेन एप्लीकेंट को करने की जरूरत है.
For main applicant, only 7 is required, right?
CLB 7 is the minimum requirement.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So
Thank you, sir.
I am moving further. If you have any question, we will take at the end of the webinar. So let me cover the main other features also of this exam. Like this exam is having validity of 2 years. These are the countries where this CELPIP exam is being conducted right now. These are the 19 countries, including India. The exam is being conducted in Canada, USA, Philippines, UAE, Singapore, China, Korea, Japan, Nigeria, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Australia, and UK. So these are the countries are having this exam, and cost is also less. Like IELTS, it happened to be now a day 16,200. IELTS cost you 16,200, where CELPIP's cost is only 12,800. It is 3,500 economical than your IELTS exam. You get the early result also, you get this advantage that having the booking date immediately. In IELTS, you have to wait the 2 to 3 week waiting point time, but otherwise in CELPIP, you get the immediately dates. And now I am having the Pallavi with me. She is the CELPIP faculty member and she is the expert. So we are having the one scheduled demo on this CELPIP exam tomorrow, 9 to 10. So those who are just interested to go deep down the pattern of this exam and really what exactly the approach for CELPIP exam, so they can join a full 1 hour length demo class tomorrow, which is 9 to 10, and you will be getting the link for that to join that free demo session tomorrow. And what exactly the Pallavi will be covering, just see, I'm just handing over to the Pallavi, and she will be what exactly give you in that demo class. Over to Pallavi.
Thank you so much, sir. So as introduced, that we are going to have a demo class by tomorrow at 9 to 10 p.m. So in that class, we are going to talk about what CELPIP is particularly and what are the parameters and the criteria and what makes it different to the others exam, which is IELTS. Now you might be wondering that what are we going to discuss particularly? See, every exam is having their own parameters. Similarly, when we talk about the writing module of IELTS, it is very much different to the writing module of CELPIP. CELPIP is a Canadian-based exam, and you know that it is going to follow its own parameters. Also, as discussed by sir, that CELPIP is known for Canadian English. Now, what is that Canadian English? How do we put our writing over there? What kind of vocabulary is required? What kind of grammatical errors should be avoided? That we are going to discuss in the first half of the demo. And in the second half of the demo, we are going to talk about any of the module. So particularly, we are going to start with speaking, as sir has given an idea that here we are having 8 questions that needs to be answered in only 1 minute. Now, you might realize that in IELTS, you have to speak for 2 to 3 minutes. You get cue cards over there. But what kind of 8 questions are there in this exam? How do we have to answer it? What structure is required? Is there any particular format which needs to be followed? That all are the things which will be discussed in tomorrow's demo session. So for the people who are interested in knowing more about the exam and want to know the core and about the modules too, may join us in tomorrow's demo class. So this is from my side, and rest.
So you will be just receiving the link for tomorrow demo session, and I will just like to just show you the exactly the other relevant matter in this. Like this is the let me take you if I able to. Like this is our website. Hopefully you are just able to see the. Our website is celpipindia.com. You can just visit our website, and all the parameter which we have just discussed with you, you will find all the relevant material over here also. Like all the PPT will you have the in this website you will have the all the 4 module advantage and all these things. And moreover, I will just like to have the one small video clip with you because it is so relevant to our topic, and it is the comparison of both IELTS and CELPIP exam, because the candidate, those who have given the exam, they better know the exactly the. So I am trying to just share you that video, small video. Let me to wait a minute.
Sir, actually, it is not audible.
Is it not audible?
No, sir, it is not audible.
Just okay. Let me try again. Is it audible?
Still not audible, sir.
There is some technical difficulty. I'm sorry, I'm not able to just, there was a problem with a voice. So let me again take you to the main, our PPT.
Sir, can you please take us through again about a new point system?
Let me just cover the small part. Now, can you able to see my screen?
Yep.
Like this is the official website of a CELPIP, and you will just, this is the official website. And once you go to this stakeholder point, CELPIP stakeholder, and you click on the agent point, and you will find the list of their official associate in particular countries like Canada, Brazil, China, Colombia, India. And when you go to the India, you will find our name over here. So we are the one of the official associate partner of this exam in India. This is our address. We are Delhi-based organization, and you will click on this. If you click on this website, you will go to our website only. So this is our website, and we are the one of the official channel partner of this exam in India, and we provide you the complete authentic study material and real-time mock test along with our training, which is otherwise will cost you at least 13,000 of rupees, which comes out to be a 220 Canadian dollar. So we are being the official partner, we give you the entire official study material and real-time mock test free of cost with our training. So I'm just taking to the which you are just having the new point system. Let me give you 1 minute. Can you see?
Yes.
So this is the like point system. Okay. Go ahead.
No. Please cover the point system.
Like education qualification is carrying the 150 score, work experience is carrying the 50 score, age factor is carrying the 110 point, and English proficiency is carrying the weeks 160.
For
Like-
example, if education, it is a master's, out of 150, how many we can get?
Like there are a table. There is a table which are calculating your point. Like if you are having bachelor degree, it doesn't mean that you would be getting 150 point. No. Once you are having the PG diploma or otherwise master degree or even having the PhD, according to your level of education, you will be achieving the point which is prescribed in the official website of this IRCC. Accordingly, you would be getting the and highest point is 150. So once you are having the PhD qualification, you are having the 150 point out of 150.
Okay.
Likewise, you are having the 1 year experience, then you are likely to get point out of 150. It doesn't mean that if you are having 1 year, straightforward, you're getting the 150 point. No. According to your year of experience, you get a point out of this 150.
Okay. So to get a 50 points, how much experience it's required?
Like there is a cutoff level of 3 and more year of experience. Whether you are having the 10 year of experience, whether you are having the 15 year of experience, once you cross the 3 or more year of experience, you are good, you are getting the 50 point.
Okay.
Likewise, for the age factor, if you are belonging to this age range, like if you are belonging to 20 to 29, you would be getting the perfect 110 out of 110.
Okay.
And with the increase of every year, there is a slightly decrease point out of 110, and it goes up to 45 years of age. Is it clear?
Yeah. So now this is for eligibility, right? Out of 470, I think it's total 200 and 270. 470, what is the minimum requirement to apply for the PR?
Like I told you, it is a relative competition. It is not fixed. Somehow it may vary from from 400 to 470. Between these points, you get about the express entry program, which is federal skilled worker program. Otherwise, the other program, which is a PNP program, you might have heard, province nomination program. That PNP program is requiring again a lower point, like you may get selected below 150 point of this point in through PNP program.
Okay.
So PNP requiring a selection almost between 300 to 400. Any point you can get selected, and for federal skill you have to have the point above 400.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So anybody is having any question, go ahead, because we are done with our presentation, and definitely we will be meeting tomorrow 9 p.m. with your 1 hour demonstration with Pallavi. And you will be receiving the link tomorrow. Everybody will be getting the demo session link tomorrow on your WhatsApp.
If anybody is left with any kind of queries or questions, kindly let us know. Otherwise, we'll be just summing the session now. Okay, I guess no more queries. So, as already instructed twice, I would just want to repeat it one more time for the people who are really interested and want to know more about the exam. We are having a demo session tomorrow at 9 p.m. in the evening. So kindly join us and get to know more about this exam. So I think that is it for today. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in with us. Have a very good evening ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.